Always be silent in 5 situation. Once upon a time, in a small village, nestled amidst lush green mountains, there lived a young man named Ryu. Ryu was a curious and intelligent soul, always seeking wisdom and searching for the deeper meaning of life. He had heard stories of Zen masters and their profound teachings, and he yearned to find a true master who could guide him on his spiritual journey. One day, Ryu set out on a pilgrimage to a renowned Zen monastery located on the outskirts of the village. The monastery was known for its serene beauty and the wisdom of its resident master, Master Hakuin. Ryu had heard tales of Master Hakuin's ability to illuminate the path of truth, and he hoped to find answers to his burning questions. As Ryu arrived at the monastery gates, he was greeted by a monk who led him to the meditation hall. The halls filled with practitioners, each absorbed in their own silent contemplation. Ryu took a seat and joined them, trying to quiet his restless mind. Days turned into weeks, and Ryu diligently practiced meditation under the guidance of Master Hakuin. The master's presence emanated a sense of tranquility and wisdom, and Ryu felt drawn to him. He observed how Master Hakuin moved with grace and spoke with profound simplicity. One evening, after a long day of meditation, Ryu must have the courage to approach the master. Master Hakuin said, "I have been searching for the deeper meaning of life. Can you guide me?" Master Hakuin looked at Ryu, his eyes filled with compassion. "Dear Ryu, the deeper meaning of life lies not in seeking answers, but in realizing the truth within yourself. Words can only point to the truth. It is through silence that you will discover it." Ryu nodded their understanding of the master's words. From that moment on, he resolved to practice the art of silence and observe its transformative power. Days turned into months, and Ryu continued to diligently practice meditation and embrace silence. Master Hakuin would often share Zen stories, each carrying a profound teaching. One sub-story was about the importance of silence in 5 specific situations. "Ryu," the master began. "There are 5 situations where one must always remain silent. The first is when you are in the presence of someone who speaks harshly or insults you. By remaining silent, you can shield yourself from the negative energy and avoid perpetuating the cycle of anger and resentment. The second situation is when you are engulfed by gossip and rumors. By choosing silence, you refrain from participating in the spreading of falsehoods and contribute to the peace and harmony of those around you. The third situation is when you are tempted to speak ill of others. By staying silent, you preserve your own integrity and prevent harm from befalling both yourself and those you speak about. The fourth situation is when you find yourself engaged in meaningless arguments or debates. By maintaining silence, you recognize the futility of such exchanges and conserve your energy for pursuits that truly matter. And finally, the fifth situation is when you experience a profound and awe-inspiring moment. By embracing silence, you allow the beauty and depth of the experience to permit your being, transcending the limitations of language. Ryu listened intently to the master's words, absorbing the essence of each situation. He realized that true wisdom lay not in the accumulation of knowledge, but in the ability to discern when silence was the most powerful response. Years passed and Ryu's understanding deepened. He became known as a wise and compassionate soul, always ready to lend an ear and offer solace through his presence. People sought his counsel and he would often share the teachings of Master Hakuin, emphasizing the importance of silence in those who are not alone. Ryu's reputation spread far and wide, reaching the ears of a powerful and arrogant warlord. Intrigued by Ryu's wisdom, the warlord summoned him to his palace. As Ryu entered the opulent hall, he noticed the warlord seated on a grand throne, exuding an air of superiority. The warlord smirked and said, "I have heard tales of your wisdom, Ryu. Tell me, what is the secret to living a fulfilled life?" Ryu paused for a moment, then bowed respectfully to the warlord. He replied, "Your Excellency, the secret lies in silence." The warlord sneered, thinking Ryu was mocking him. "Silence? Is that all you have to offer?" Ryu remained composed and continued. Your Excellency, there are 5 situations in life where silence holds great power. When faced with harsh words or insults, silence can shield you from anger. When confronted with gossip and rumors, silence contributes to peace. When tempted to speak ill of others, silence preserves integrity. When engaged in meaningless arguments, silence reveals the futility. And when in awe-inspiring moments, silence allows us to transcend. The warlord grew silent, contemplating Ryu's words. The wisdom of the 5 situations resonated deep within him, and he realized the power of silence to transform his own life and the lives of those around him. From that day forward, the warlord adopted the practice of silence and used his power and influence to foster peace and prosperity. The village flourished under his just rule, and Ryu's teachings spread even further, touching the lives of countless souls. And so, Ryu's journey, guided by the teachings of Master Hakuin, unfolded into a tapestry of wisdom and compassion. He came to understand that silence was not a mere absence of words, but a profound presence that allowed truth to emerge. The 5 situations taught him the art of mindful speech and the importance of restraint, leading him to a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all beings. In this lens story, the wisdom of silence reminds us that true understanding lies not in the words we speak, but in the moments of stillness we embrace. The power of silence is accessible to all, guiding us towards a life of compassion, peace, and enlightenment.